Fisher here, MF CashFlow. You take the MF however you want. I'm going to use it as Mike Fisher or motherfucking CashFlow. Guys, I am super excited today to have Nicole Rhodes with me as a guest. Nicole is I've known Nicole for about 4 years-ish. Everybody knows me. They know I'm not the best with time. So Nicole and I met at a Dean Graziosi event in Scottsdale, and man, you know, she brings a shit ton of value, and I just want you to have the same value that she brings to everybody else, and just plug into it, man. And I know she's super excited to share with you also about what's going on in her life. Her and I had a discussion yesterday, and I'm like, I thought it was just going to be like a 5-10 minute discussion. I don't know. It probably went on for like 40 minutes or something. Nicole, hey, I gotta go to this meeting. Guys, this is awesome stuff here. And so, Nicole, I am super excited to share my audience with you, and I applaud you for taking the time here today. I know you're super busy, and I know I haven't seen you in a while, and catching up with you yesterday was super awesome. So tell me, what is going on in your life? Share with the audience.
Oh, Mike, I am so happy that you're doing this podcast. I am so excited for you. You do amazing stuff, and thanks for having me on. I am super stoked because I am finally being able to fully focus on what I totally love to do, which is helping entrepreneurs take their business to the next level and just blow it out of the water. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you and I we're all about growth and giving back. And so,
Right.
Just learned so much over the years, and I've been studying with Tony Robbins, and that dude is on fire. And so learned even more, and just excited to be able to give back and help others to achieve the goals that they want to get.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things that really it stands out to me, and I think our whole conversation today can be based around it. Because that's how strong I feel about it, is that what gave you the freedom to do what you're doing today that you're so passionate about? You know, how did you get to that point to where you're saying, you know what, I've always wanted to do, you know, to help entrepreneurs and to bring it to a next level. But what brought you to that point? What gave you that freedom? And this is what really spoke to me, is getting that freedom to live your life fully, you know, to do what you want to do. And you've heard it said many people that have listened to me, to live fully, love openly, and make a difference. And by doing what you're doing, you're rocking it, man. You're like seriously, to be able to do that. So, but what gave you that freedom? How'd you get there? And like, what systems and who did you have to touch bases with? What did you have to do? Like, what's your story?
I'm actually going to give you a slightly longer story than I even told you yesterday, too. So our story, our pivotal point was in 2012. This date I do remember because it was pivotal. We lost our house to a short sale. We're in Florida, right? Beautiful waterfront townhouse, paid $555 for it. The one next door, identical unit, sold for $190. Crushing, totally crushing, right?
Yeah.
So we lost that house, and we realized we didn't know real estate. We didn't know anything. You know, we followed the prescription. I had my own business at that time. So did he. We just the market crushed us, totally crushed us, and we said, this is not right. So we totally immersed and said, we don't want anybody to go through what we went through, right? And so losing our house was really bad. So we learned everything we could on real estate, got really active in 2012, did our first deal in November, and been totally focused on that ever since. Love everything about real estate. And then now, in the meantime, like back in 2012, I had to go get a day job and that's why I love entrepreneurs so much, because I've always been one at heart, but I feel like I went into corporate just for the stability. But now, and I know what to do wrong as an entrepreneur, and now I figured out what to do right. I just want to share that with everybody.
That's awesome. So what is it like? You hit the bottom. You and David hit the bottom, right? And
yes. Yep.
You've heard it said many times. We all have. Sometimes you got to hit rock bottom, man, before you come to the top. And I've seen so many entrepreneurs hit rock bottom and they come back like with a vengeance, man. And
yeah,
many people I follow have hit rock bottom, whether it was drugs, whether it was financial, strain, whether it was a bad marriage, whatever it was, man, they came back with a vengeance. So you've got 7 years of buildup coming back with a vengeance that has brought you back to where you're at now. And that momentum that you got too, like that's it's just, David's got to be so proud of you. I mean, seriously, like, so what brought you, what vehicle or vehicles did you plug into to get where you're at in these few years?
You've got to invest in yourself. That's the bottom line, right? There's really, real estate is an amazing investment. Love it. And so passionate about it, but even more so, you've got to invest in yourself. And so,
how did you do that?
We took a bunch of, so we started with seminars.
Don't hold back, Nicole. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, dude, we started with the free, we went to the free 3-day seminar, and then they tell you, get this extra training, whatever. And then, they upsell you, right, to 25 grand. But of course they teach you how to raise the limits of your credit card so you can afford it. Brilliant. Because our credit cards were not doing too well at the time. We were losing our house, right? So we were kind of maxed out. So we do it. Actually, it was a funny story because David and I are both so supportive of each other that neither one of us wanted to say if we wanted to do it or not, because we didn't want to sway the other person. And so what we decided we were going to do after we went through this thing, because we knew it was going to be a big commitment and we knew it was going to really strain us initially financially. So we took little pieces of paper and we wrote on the paper yes or no if we wanted to do this. And I'm not lying. And so we wrote it on a piece of paper, and then we switched the paper, and we both said yes. And so then that was our new career. We were now in real estate, right? And
this story is awesome.
So yeah, so we started with that, and then when you do that, and when you start on that path to growth, you realize you have to surround yourself with different people, and because your mindset starts to change, right? And so you want to start to talk about different things. You don't want to talk about, you still want to go and have a good time, but it's not all about like, where are we going to go get our next drink or our next meal or whatever.
Yeah.
You want to start to have different types of conversations. Like, well, how can I make my marketing better? And how can I structure this deal so it's more beneficial for everybody? Those types of things. And so then, I think it was maybe 13. I'm the same as you. I'm not going to date. It's 13, maybe 14, somewhere in there. Then we joined our first mastermind. And then Dean, where you and I met, we started that. We were part of his initial group, and I think that was 5 years ago.
Okay.
And that's been the best one by far. So, but they've all been great because you just surround yourself with different people, and they say that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So you want to raise the bar and spend time with great people.
Absolutely. And that's the value of this, of these podcasts too, is to, maybe you don't have somebody in your back pocket or somebody that you could just pick up the phone and call. But, I'll admit I get fed from YouTube, man. I don't have people in my back pocket that I can call all the time. And even if I do, I still want to get other sources, because you're going to get, takeaways from different people. Like I mentioned to you yesterday, just, paying $5,000 or $7,000 for 3 days in LA. And that was just for that mastermind. And there was only like 30 people in there. And what I learned in 20 minutes, I don't remember I couldn't even tell you 99% of the crap that was said. And I don't want to call it crap. It was all good stuff. Right. But I do remember that 20 minutes.
because it changed your life, right? And that's all you need. You need that one thing, and it just changes your perspective, or it gives you a different insight.